Welcome back to ReReading Reality. Before our urgent Ramadan series, we were decoding the proverbs that shape our lives. We exposed the lie in blood is thicker than water. We showed how a pregnant woman nose can destroy justice. Today, we're picking up where we left off. And today's proverb, 4 words you've heard 1,000 times, 4 words that have excused more bad behavior than almost any other phrase in the English language. Boys will be boys. On the surface, it seems harmless. A boy tracks mud through the house. Another boy breaks a window with a baseball. A group of boys get into a playground scuffle, and an adult sighs and says, boys will be boys. The phrase has been around for centuries. Its earliest recorded use in English is from 1589, and it comes from a Latin proverb, children, boys, are children, boys, and do childish things. Originally, it was meant to acknowledge a simple truth. Children sometimes act immaturely. They make mistakes. They test boundaries. That's what growing up is. And that part is true. But somewhere along the way, this simple acknowledgement became something else entirely. It became a license, a permission slip, a get-out-of-jail-free card for behavior that should never be excused. Let's look at what this phrase actually does. 1. It excuses bad behavior instead of correcting it. When a boy hits someone and we say, boys will be boys, we don't teach him that hitting is wrong. We teach him that his actions have no consequences. We teach him that the rules don't fully apply to him. 2. It teaches boys that accountability isn't expected of them. From playground pushing to teenage recklessness, boys learn a dangerous lesson. You can get away with things. You're just being a boy. This entitlement festers. 3. It teaches girls that tolerance is required. Girls learn from an early age that they must accept mistreatment. When a boy pulls their hair, the message is clear. That's just how boys are. You have to put up with it. 4. It normalizes aggression as masculine. The phrase reinforces a deadly stereotype that being loud and emotionally closed off is what it means to be a boy. Now, here's a question worth asking. Have you ever heard anyone say, girls will be girls? Think about it. When a girl misbehaves, the response isn't an excuse, it's correction. Girls get pressure, boys get excuses. And this double standard, reinforced generation after generation, is a root cause of the male entitlement that fuels everything from workplace harassment to domestic violence. But is this just how boys are? Is aggression biological? Neuroscience confirms the brains of boys and girls are not fundamentally different when it comes to aggression. Yes, testosterone can influence behavior, but testosterone does not make a boy violent. Testosterone does not make a boy aggressive. Testosterone does not make a boy foul-mouthed or disrespectful. What makes boys behave badly is not their chromosomes. It's what they are taught and what they are permitted to get away with. All humans have the innate capacity for empathy. When we say boys will be boys, we are not describing nature. We are surrendering our responsibility to nurture. These are not female traits. They are human traits. This isn't just about childhood mischief. The entitlement we permit in boys grows into the entitlement we tolerate in men. The boy who learns that his actions have no consequences becomes the teenager who thinks rules don't apply, becomes the young man who doesn't hear no, becomes the adult who feels entitled to take what he wants. The boys' club mentality, the reluctance to believe women who report harassment, these are direct descendants of boys will be boys. The phrase doesn't just excuse behavior, it predicts it. So, what's the third side truth? It's not that boys are bad. It's not that masculinity is toxic. It's that we have been using a dangerous excuse instead of doing the real work. Here's what that real work looks like. 1. Stop using the phrase, retire it. When you hear yourself about to say it, pause. Ask, am I excusing behavior that needs correcting? 2. Have the uncomfortable conversations. When a boy does something harmful, don't shrug. Engage. Ask, why did you do that? How do you think that made them feel? 3. Model the behavior you want to see. Boys learn masculinity from the men around them. They need to see that strength is not dominance. Strength is accountability. 4. Treat all children the same. Chores, emotional expression, accountability, none should be gendered. A girl who hits should be corrected. A boy who cries should be comforted. Imagine a world where we stopped excusing boys and started raising them, where boys learned that strength includes gentleness, that courage includes vulnerability, where boys will be boys is replaced with we will raise them right. So here's the third side truth, literal reading. It's harmless. Defensive response, you're attacking masculinity. Third side truth, the phrase is a parenting cop-out that raises entitled men. We can do better. Share your experience with this phrase in the comments. This is video number 16 in our Rereading Reality series. I'm Gio, this is Veritas. Stay curious.